Have you ever thought about the implications behind algorithms in our daily lives? We see algorithms all the time, like recommendations for the next best reel to watch on Instagram, or the perfect route provided by a GPS to get to work on time. Algorithms are super beneficial. But have you ever taken into account what might happen when bias seeps into these systems? In other words, algorithmic bias. Algorithmic bias occurs when an algorithmic decision creates unfair outcomes that privilege certain groups over others. It is derived from unrepresentative and incomplete training data that reflects historical inequalities. Now, to fully break apart algorithmic bias, you must understand how algorithms work. Algorithms exist within machine learning models, which is a subfield of AI. An algorithm is a coded formula written into a software functioning via input and output. When data is entered in a system, the system analyzes the information given and executes commands to produce an output or desired result. In other words, algorithms are an exact list of instructions that conduct specialized actions by harnessing volumes of macro and micro data. Algorithms become dangerous when there is bias found within the data. Online recruitment and criminal justice are just a few of many examples that demonstrate the harms of algorithmic bias in the modern world. Just recently, in 2018, Amazon made a decision to scrap the recruiting algorithm because the AI software penalized any resume that contained the word woman. This resulted in algorithmic gender bias. Compass algorithm, also known as the Correctional Offender Management Profiling for Alternative Sanctions, is used by judges to predict whether a defendant should be detained or released on a bail pending trial. The Compass algorithm predicted that Vernon Prater, a Caucasian male convicted of armed robbery, attempted armed robbery, and a prior record, would be a low-risk assessment, versus the Compass algorithm predicting that Brescia Borden, an African-American female convicted of petty theft, would be a high-risk assessment. We can clearly see the risk assessments are flawed because the algorithm is creating risk assessments based off of race. Which brings our conversation back to data. When data learns from the past, it replicates the past. So, to mitigate algorithmic bias, it is essential that coders gather data from a variety of different places. Building off of this, what can you do to mitigate algorithmic bias? Number 1, diversifying the tech space. There needs to be more diversity within the people that are developing the data. Number 2, auditing. It is essential that we are auditing because it is vital to developing code that is transparent and equitable. Number 3, holding tech companies accountable and spreading awareness. When you specifically discover algorithmic bias, do more research and report it immediately. There are many organizations like the AGL who are willing to listen to your experiences. It's our responsibility to mitigate algorithmic bias and work towards a future where technology is continuing to benefit society. For watching this video, I hope you were inspired to learn more about algorithmic bias. Bye!